Hello, sir. You can see already a video playing in the background. Here it is. This is me. I'm very happy that I'm here for myself. And I'm happy being home again. I'm home. It's early in the morning and it's Sunday. And you saw an animation which is. Wait. This guy here. Where is it? Quiet zone, yeah. So I recorded here. I'm just gonna skip through it. Bam, 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 bam. So you don't care about this anyways, because it's not a Blender channel. Yeah, YouTube. YouTube is becoming a weird place. Because it started out with the 50-minute videos. With low quality, and back then I made one right. I understood already that the quality would improve. Obviously, it's not a brainer, and that it would, there would be a time where YouTube videos wouldn't be pixelated anymore, and you can enjoy music videos. That's the case now. So everything is so optimized. Especially you look at the YouTube app, is so optimized, so polished, so made for one. It's fitted to every individual, and at the same time for the mass as well. Which is, you have to, this is something. And the negative part of that is it has become so regulated. So it's like when you look at a different person who's never making mistakes, it's boring. It's perfect, but it's boring. That's how YouTube feels. And you have a bunch of things, and everything is so polished and smooth, and everybody has a good microphone. Like, I'll do it now again because I'm being back home. And then people are so spoiled with the quality of the video and audio. It's freaking me out. Yeah, and then you have the perfect thumbnails for the perfect in the perfect title, right? That's why I tried this one. It doesn't work. And it makes sense. It's frustrating a bit. At the same time, I like to do a little bit of, my way, a little bit. Obviously, my way doesn't work because one's own way, that's tough. Whatever. What can you do when you don't succeed with certain ways? You can either whine, and that's a good thing. That's what I've done in this video. That's why I'm showing you a part of this video and not publishing it. Or you can not give a fuck about things, because this is just a soulless machine, and I'm still happy we have this because it's entertaining. So even though I complain a bit, I created a very strong animation, everything myself, worked on this for over 2 years. No, not over, almost 2 years, I think, with on and off. Had some health issues in between, pushed myself through it because I enjoyed it. This is the most important part. And then you're putting it on YouTube and nothing happens again. So, and I'm here. I think this is how I was writing about a little bit. Maybe it's okay, to be frustrated about this point, because it really sucks when you have a main work and you have to always go ahead and say, hey, here's a new thing, please watch it. It's so freaking annoying. And then you do a YouTube short at the same time, just for fun, screen capture it with your stupid phone of a laptop, and it gets, for the 2-minute work, it gets like 300 views, and people don't even like it. How does this make freaking sense? I tell you, it makes. That's the sad part, you know. The sad part is that it's this is not nobody's fault, you know. This is, if anything, it's my fault. As a creative guy, that's the next part. I'm so annoyed right now about creative people. I met too many of them. They are so annoying, including myself, you know. And at the same time, it's good, you know. I mean, creative people are needed in this world because they inspire other people, if you want to say it nicely. But they are also bitching around about things so much that it becomes so annoying. And yeah. So anyway, I'm summing it up. Sometimes things suck, and you move on, especially as an artist. So if you are a creative guy, whatever you do, music, painting, drawing, and you're not successful, meaning people have your stuff doesn't have a chance to be seen in the way you want it to be discovered. That's the important thing, not in the way that you mouth feeding it to the public. But for me, I don't. I want to show things in the way I think has to be discovered, and in this way, I mean, it doesn't make sense. It makes, but I cannot complain if it doesn't work. Although it's a little bit, you know, yeah, yes and no. But anyway, so if you have the feeling of not succeeding as you know, with your stuff, I can give you only one advice on this. And this is that's my advice. You know, you're an artist. Move on. That's what you have to do, and that's what you have to do until you die. Deal with that, or stop doing it and not being an artist. I think, you know, compared to my girlfriend, she has studied art. You know, I've never had this. At the time when I was young, I always was different, but I couldn't tell why. I didn't know, you know, that I should have probably, maybe, would have been helpful if I would have been leaded into a more artistic direction at the time, because I was very young, though, I have to say. Maybe not. Maybe I was too stupid and intelligent at the same time. So I don't know. But anyway, so I think I earned the word artist now because I suffer constantly. But I keep working on the stuff which is meaningful and fun to me. So I think that this is the definition, at least to me, what an artist is doing. It's creating a bunch of shit nobody needs, but maybe it's cool for somebody to entertain for a while or inspire. I wanna inspire you. You know, my art is so your art is so interesting and so inspiring. I can't believe it. Just watching. So again, I like to make fun of it. Doesn't mean I don't see the beauty in it. I can tell, again, artists are really suck. My girlfriend is an artist, but her art is honest, you know. So meaning, I can see people who just show off, who just do, you know, very easily. To me, that's not hard to do. I have good human skills. So wait a second, I gotta blow my nose here. Okay, moving on. Just so I have good human skills. I understand people very, very well. I cannot deal with too many people at the same time, but I do understand them very well. I also understand the viewers of this channel. You wouldn't think so, but I understand why people don't watch. I get that. But this is not the point. Also, it's very spontaneous recording, and you know, I just want to say what I think. And yeah. So I can look through a bit, you know. I think if you, by honest, I mean when you create something because you love it, you enjoy it, that to me is honest. There's nothing wrong with not being honest all the time, because this is also not possible. Not everybody can be creative and honest at the same time, no matter what. But lots of people just creating shit just for the purpose of likes, just for the purpose of praise. That's not the case with her, and this is also not the case with me. I always thought that it's always, I wanna make people like my stuff, which it's a huge motivator, but I do it anyways, even if nobody's watching, even if it sucks. I do it. So I think this is, to me, the definition of an artist. If you wanna hear my opinion about this very important statement today. It's very important. Anyway, so the world is on fire. It's really, and it has always been that way. Look at this. Go 10 years back, go 20 years back. There's always something in the world happening. And to me, I'll do my stuff and see where this is going. And at the same time, I think this is the next thing. I don't think it's that important. So even if something is would have been very successful, at the end of the day, this is not the important stuff in life. I never felt that like animations or paintings or huge buildings or huge achievements, while they are awesome to have them in this life, I don't think they are important. They have, there are more important things, like having a classical, I would say, is laughing with your friends. Or I know it's like a cliche, blah blah blah, but it's true, when you think about this, because the amount of happiness in this moment cannot be beaten anyways. When you have an honest, good day with some friends, and you had I'm getting older. All of the friends, go a little bit apart because everybody's busy with his own stuff. That's just a natural thing which happens because, people, going different roads. So we are not so connected as we used to be, But I think I promise you, if we think about some good days, it puts a smile on anybody's face, if you're not focused on the negative part only. And this is also the next thing. I always did videos also for my friends before YouTube even. I made videos before that, pretty good ones, and I never got immediately a response when I created, when I cutted videos together and made them look really good, First, it was like, Lukas is just making some videos. Okay, do I have to watch it? Okay, I have to watch it. But at the end, after doing this for a few years, I had some blockbusters coming out, so almost every year for a while, and and I know it's good now, But I unfortunately never got this at the time when I wanted to hear it, which is crucial as an artist. So if you have a buddy who does some good work, who is creative, and you think it's good, say it once. Say, hey, listen, I really like it. It's cool. Make sure he is not like, making too much of it. So keep him grounded, or her. But although, if I say that right now on this channel, everybody is an old fuck anyways, I think. So there's no young guy here because they don't have the attention span. Anyway, if you have a son or something, same thing, even harder. I don't know. I never had a father like that. I never had a father in the first place. Say it. Keep your guy grounded. But it's nothing wrong to admit, if something is good. So, brings me to the next thing. So I created this badass animation, designed the whole car for a friend. German guy. His nickname is Raven. That's why the animation is called Black Raven. He chose the name. El Cuervo is also his idea, and I think it means raven or black raven in the Spanish. I have no idea. What do I know about Spanish? Hola, ¿cómo está? Yeah, so he likes it, and I sent it the video through WhatsApp, and yeah, so he was reacting very well, which is good because I would be able to tell if this would be fake, and they are Germans, they don't fake that. If they like something, at least my friends do, they can be harsh, especially when you're younger, and when they were younger, they were a little bit harder for creative people, but they were always, if they had to admit, they admitted it, and if they say it's good, it's good, so that's a good part about German friends, at least in my experience. I do not know about the new generation. They seem to be like all a mixture of whiny little hobbits, like I'm saying that, and I'm thinking about the kids of my cousin, and I love them because they are awesome. They have turned out so good. Sure, they make some mistakes, they are in between 14 and 17. Nonsense, what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, during this age, that's a tricky age. They are not quite there, they are gone. But yeah, they have at least, the little bit of respect for, I would say, the things who matter. But they screw up, obviously. I'm not gonna tell you what. I mean, why would I do that? But yeah. So this turned out to be more a podcast, huh? Actually, I wanted to do actually something completely different, but I gotta do what I gotta do. What I gotta do. And yeah, today I'm in a good mood. I'm home again. I have a proper chair. That's very important. So we went to Düsseldorf for different reasons, and yeah, I'm glad I'm back, really, because the place was, well, very dusty, but we could stay for free, so I cannot complain too much, and that's a good thing. But my laptop is now full with dust, I think. It just suck it in, and I didn't have a proper chair or a proper table, and things like this. It's good. I'm happy being back. But Düsseldorf, you check it out. When you go there, when you ever go to Germany, check out Düsseldorf, and you will be surprised how much Japanese food you can eat. You can even buy gacha. I bought one for Raven. He gets a gacha. I never got one, which is weird. I should have. Anyway, so now, whatever. What do I do now? And then, in Düsseldorf, I bought a new SSD and an external SSD case, and I put the cheap SSD into the SSD case, and I installed the operating system Pop! OS again on my new external SSD. Because I like it. It's fun. So and now it's plugged into my main computer. So I switched computers again with the same operating system. It's so awesome. I like it so much. I didn't expect it would work because I had trouble. There are two different versions for Pop! OS. Pop! OS. So this version and this version, and I remember I tried once to install one of these versions, and I couldn't install it on my main computer. Well, long story, very, very, very long. Um, I'm looking for a stable Linux version which I can use to swap computer hardware, the whole computer, keeping the same operating system without any problems. And Pop! OS does a good job so far. And it's fun. You should do it. Especially now, since Microsoft is basically an asshole. It's a bitch. Microsoft is a bitch, I gotta say, because, they are idiots. They are such dumb idiots. I can't believe how stupid decisions they make. When you get more competitive, or maybe they are getting scared. I don't know. No, probably not. They're just dumb, I think. Listen, the reason is simple. When you start using Linux, and when a guy like me, who never reads things, who always clicks on things, I mean, not too bad. I'm very careful. But basically, I'm not reading. I read a little bit and then I, look for a YouTube video. So when a guy like me who tweaks things always starts to really enjoy Linux, and Microsoft is pushing you out, I don't know. It just, happens that I really start to, there's a reason why I took like why I had free Linux installations with me when I wasn't in my home city. There's a reason for that. Sure, I still like Windows, but if I have only one program right now, I really need Windows 4, and this is called Reaper, which exists here too. I have it installed, but it's still I have a problem running videos with that. It needs a path of the VLC media player, whatever. Couldn't make this program run to its full capacity. And furthermore, I'm using also Mixcraft, which is another audio production tool. And yeah, I don't know how to, well, let's put it that way. I have no energy thinking about how to move to Linux with all my audio setup. The reason for that is the audio stuff is still a little bit new, and I'm happy with the way it is, and I'm lazy. And that's the advantage Microsoft has, is basically people are lazy. And I say it again, if Microsoft, if Linux wants to collect all the people, if you ask a guy like me, and you should, because I'm exactly in the middle. I don't know, I'm not a specialist in any of those areas, but I can see them very well. I'm good with understanding things roughly, and I'm interested in lots of things. So I can say with confidence, you should, if you want to be successful with Linux, and if you look at the people, how fucking lazy they are, including myself. Just because I'm complaining, it doesn't mean I'm different. I'm the same guy. Also for the YouTube stuff, I don't click on stuff. I wouldn't click on my own videos. I get that, but that's the part of it, you gotta push through the shit, I don't want to do everything the same, even if it means it sucks. Yeah, anyway, but you should, if you want to have a successful Linux distribution, focus on two things. Maybe even three, if you want to include porn too. I mean, it has proven to be very successful. But okay, let's leave that out of the picture. Two things: get the gamer and get them with convenience. That means make a system. You're booting it. Every launcher is pre-installed. Maybe a master launcher, but I don't care. And make sure that the games are running without any effort. And you have on top of that a gamer overlay which shows FPS and stats. If you do that, you win the race. And there's only one advantage or two advantages Microsoft has. Microsoft is people know Microsoft. This is huge. It's simple, but they know Microsoft, and changing that is difficult, you know. So you have to be super convenient. It has to be easy to install. It has to be games have to run no matter what. You cannot expect the gamers to do anything more than I'm talking about the normal gamers. I'm not talking about you who is more intelligent or like, oh, did I say gamers are dumb? Yes, I think so. They are dumb. This is the thing. When you are, no, I have to explain that? I include myself to it also once in a while. That means when I just want to play a game because I feel like it, I get dumber because I'm getting impatient. I just want to download it and I just want to start it. If the game doesn't start immediately, I'm going to yell at the screen. Why? And they should have, and blah, 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 all the things. I don't write that. I'm not an idiot going on the internet and complain about things. I'm just yelling it onto my screen. So that's a little bit dumb. So, meaning if you, and they're also dumb, dumb gamers, that also has been proven right. I mean, it's just a fact. So, if you want to succeed, you have to make sure that the dumb gamers and the normal gamers and the more intelligent gamers get inconvenience. Yeah, then you win. I say that. I'm right about this. Whatever. So Microsoft has two things: convenience. It's nonsense. People know it very well, and they have AI, AI is also strong, and they have money, but that's about it. Yeah, but again, I'm not here. Just you gotta understand. I don't give a crap about Linux either. This is just, I like it so much because it's just an option which I can use and play around without thinking about product keys, online accounts, and if I break it, I reinstall it. So that's just awesome, and it does everything you can. I can watch. Netflix on it. I don't have a 4K. I do not know. I've heard that 4K can be a problem. I don't know. I don't care. I don't have a 4K. I don't need a 4K. I do not know what that the fuck is. You guys with your screens, so it has to be 4K. No, I think HD is pretty okay. I'm okay with that. I don't need the other thing. Probably if you get used to it, different case. I get that. If you have a 4K for a while and you got already used to the sharpness of it, whatever. I get that. But to me, I don't use 4K, so I'm fine. With Netflix, I can watch Netflix, I can watch YouTube. That's basically the internet for me. And then I can... I can play games combined with the GOG games using bottles. I like that. I can swap out computers, I can do Blender. Oh, let's just round it up. Everything I can do in Microsoft I want to do, I can do in Linux. Completely fine. Except Reaper. That's it. That's completely true. And yeah, that's my statement. I even looked for I want to have now, my tablet is getting older. I have like an older, what's it called? Lenovo tablet, which is still, battery is good. I want to have a new tablet and I was looking for a Linux tablet. Unfortunately, there are not so many. But I really like the idea now of Linux. See, I really... It grows on me. I'm not a fanboy, and I'm not telling you what you should do because people don't want to be told things. They want to decide them for themselves. But you should definitely give it a try, But if you do so, if you have never touched Linux, I mean, this is going to be a horrible journey. you will scream a lot, I think. So be prepared for that. But you will also you get a rewarding feeling as well. It's like playing a game a bit. So because you figure things out, you're happy. Then you try to do something you have done your whole life with Microsoft, you're freaking out. Because you cannot believe how difficult this is. It's how complicated it looks. And then you have the stupid Linux people telling you that's a user error. Thank you for that. Go fuck yourself. For that. Really, it's so stupid. It's really stupid. So listen, I understand that the Linux people, the good ones, they tell you it's gonna be tough and so on. They prepare you, but it can be rewarding. But if you just say, if something is wrong, it's your mistake. Yeah, really. I mean, what do people say? Da. Yeah. I mean, yes, I know it's my mistake. I know it's because I don't know enough about Linux, but I don't need to read that. It's the same thing like back in the day where people say, when you Google something, and then, you're finding a forum or something, and then it says, Google it. Fuck. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. So, welcome to, what I actually wanted to do. I wanted to show you my new idea. So this was basically, listen, if we're probably not there anymore. So this is a very, very simple, I created this in 2.5 hours, the whole scene. It's not, it needs a little bit because it's a new computer now, new hardware. It needs to calculate, or Blender does some shader stuff. I do not know what it's doing exactly. But anyway, yeah, if you want to see a proper tutorial on that, how to create such an overlay, or let me know. I consider making one on Project Lara. Yeah, and also let me know if you want to have a beginner one or if you want to have an advanced one where I can skip some stuff. I would consider making maybe a fast tutorial if I feel so, but maybe not. Oh yeah, so I changed some settings here. Basically, I want to make it more pixelated. I did this offline. Actually, since I'm not uploading the other video, everything is offline. But I showed you in the beginning the little this guy here, right? Yeah, here I started with this guy. Very straightforward, very messy. But the purpose is just to have a nice overlay, and in that you can disregard everything. This one I did pretty well actually. Let's watch it together. You can disregard performance, like when you do stuff in Blender, when you model things in Blender, depending on what you want to do for overlays. If you just only want to do overlays or video, you can really disregard a lot of performance, meaning your model can be very messy. As long as the final animation looks good, it's fine. However, if your scene is more complex and you have lots of messy objects, you're slowing down the whole render time. So I would say being messy with Blender at the beginning is totally fine, but eventually you wanna be like, even for projects where you can be messy, you wanna not completely overdo it. So working a little bit clean is definitely not, you're not losing anything. The other thing is also in this video I show you, basically I recorded it wrong. There was a part of the screen not visible. Anyway, yeah. So basically here I use some empties and array modifier you cannot actually see. So even if somebody is interested in the Blender stuff, you cannot see what modifiers I'm using here. It's not a tutorial, but it's sometimes nice to see. It annoys me if I cannot see that. I mean, this is whatever. So you saw a little bit. Yeah. I'm not explaining here. Again, if you want to see the tutorial, let me know. I'm gonna consider it because I'm so lovely. Man, am I happy being back home. So how do I do that? This is what we're gonna go with something like that, because this is a let's play channel, right? And see, this is the part which is interesting for people, or could be interesting for people. The whole scene is very simple, but because when I used the pixelation, which I admittedly didn't have in mind at the time, but I just wanted to create something simple, straightforward. Yeah, so I have to render that. And that's the fun part with Linux. Understand, I created this in Düsseldorf. I was sitting on the ground, on my laptop, on the same operating system. Now I plug this into my tower machine, which is not stronger anymore because it's not an RTX, it's a GTX graphics card. But I can just continue working on it, right? Isn't that not something without doing anything? I mean, I probably should maybe update, but okay. So while I like the pixelation, which is this guy here, I do not like the color so much. So let's change the color a little bit. Yesterday I also recorded a piano session, but the microphone sound was too strong. So too loud, so it was like not enjoyable when you play the piano and you hear like somebody breathing like Darth Vader. Fuck Star Wars, by the way. Just to get it out of my system. Fucking Star Wars with the new bullshit here. Anyways, not also fuck the old ones. Fuck the whole thing. Fucking Star Wars with the look at this spaceship. Look at this. I like it though. Yeah. But I'm not a fanboy, I like it. The best to me as a kid, it was great. As a kid watching those things, awesome, very magical. And as a grown up, still a bit. But the best enjoyment I had was playing the game, Jedi Knights 2 Academy or something. Because of the power. A bunch of fun. So, and fuck Star Wars only because everybody likes it. That's why I want to say that, it's like so easy. And yeah. Why not collecting some dislikes anyways for that statement? So, I want to do something color. Yeah, if I start with that, imagine if I start a video, even if a title like that, fuck Star Wars, and then title like that because I hate it so much, this is an easy, lazy way to get some views. And then people are talking about this like it would really matter. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm also enjoy stupid entertainment, but it is entertainment. So stupid stuff like Fail Army I like, Daily Dose of Internet I like. I watch the left stuff a lot. I watch the right stuff a bunch. It's all entertaining to me. If you want to know my political view, I always leaned more to the left. I always did. However, things have become very, very crazy, and there is only this left and right, this black and white, which my girlfriend complains about me being this way. It's true, I'm sometimes very just either or. Wait a second, color balance. So sometimes I think, I think this is all new. That's why I struggle here a bit. It's different color. Hold on a second. Just color correction. Color balance. No? Hey? Color correction? No. Where is my nice little color? Adjust. I think they've changed that. It used to look differently. We had some ball vision, some circle thing. Anyway, whatever. Okay, let's try this one. I think this is what I like. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I was always more left-leaning, and I always will be more left-leaning because I think it's a stupid thing. To me, it's simple. We use a phone, and a phone, like a computer, and it's made with the whole intelligence of all the people around the world. So this is the answer already. It's stupid to be to say you wanna isolate you from other people in this world. That's to me just a very, very dumb thing to stick to. It's not, with this attitude we wouldn't be anywhere if we would just isolate us from everybody, from other clans, from other countries and stuff like this. So it's a very stupid thing to do. However, changing and forcing a language, forcing it onto people is something I never agree. I think you cannot force people to change their mind. If you want to do something good in the world, you have to leave the decision to the people. If you like it or not, you cannot change anybody's mind by enforcing rules. You can make sure people don't kill each other by enforcing rules. That's a different thing. But changing the attitude, changing the way people think with force, and good luck with that. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And you may lose even people you had in the first place. You're not making any wins in this regard. And yes, I could have said this way earlier, but I didn't for multiple reasons. English has to be better. And also when I say things, and now I can be accountable to what I say because I understand what I'm saying directly. I also understand the American cultural better because I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. So I'm confident in what I say now about this, and also I got older, I got sick, I realized I don't have to be a people pleaser anymore, which feels good. But it's not that I'm like completely confident. That's not the case. I will always be what do you say? Not confident, self-conscious. Yeah, because this is a part of my brain. However, I'm lucky you have to play the cards you get. And luckily, sometimes I can absorb a good power, from stuff, from music, from creations, and then I get strong through the things I observe. I suck. Did I just say I suck? Well, it's also true. Anyway, so if you ask me, it's a balance thing. It always has been the way. You have to balance it out, as much as it sucks, and it's a difficult task to do. It really, really is. It is a really difficult task, in a smaller scale. In a simple relationship, this is already tricky. Now let's do the political thing. Scale this up to the whole world. Now you're messing with so many people, and people suck. They do. How do you solve that? Well, the only way to solve it is to admit some mistakes. It's difficult. Admitting mistakes means weakness, this is the problem when you have guys and women in a relationship, or I don't know. it doesn't have to be guy and woman. It can be also gay or whatever. But as usually, if you have just one, well, you have to. It's super important in a relationship to say sorry. That's how I feel. When you mess it up, and that is sometimes hard because you don't, when you say sorry, you have to admit that you did something wrong. When you do something wrong, you have the feeling you are, you may be getting weaker because you're not capable of doing the right thing. But that's a false statement. So you have to apologize when you are wrong, no matter what. That's important. You will feel afterwards even better. And you can say, I do apologize when I'm wrong. You cannot apologize all the time. This is also not working, unfortunately. You cannot apologize non-stop, because then you're gonna be just eaten alive. It's not even the person's fault, it just happens, so you have to find a good balance, and an honest balance. And this is so difficult. It's something you work on it your whole life. I don't think there's an answer to that. It depending on situations, it depending on constellations. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder to solve problems. I think what people could do, they cannot do it right anyways. That is out of the question. We have no solution which works for all. I think what we should focus on is not fucking it up too much. To be honest, that's what we need to focus on as humanity. Anyway, so is this what I'm doing here? No, I'm doing it wrong here. It's fun. It is fun talking to myself all the time. I enjoy it so much. You wouldn't believe it, but I do. Yeah, I mean, what I also was bitching around in the other video. Not too much. I think I basically said the same thing as I say here as well. But how does this look? No. Maybe a little bit less, or let's see. This is making up. I don't want that. This makes it more blurry. Makes sense because it's called that way. So maybe. That's good. In this way, when you create a Blender scene which is not strong, the quality of the scene is very low. Oh, I wouldn't say very low, but it's low. It's on the lower scale, which doesn't matter because if you go for stylized stuff, anyways, that's fine. And if you're a beginner, for you this is gonna be tough. So if you are able to do that, you can be proud of yourself for all the right reasons, and be proud of yourself. And if people say, it's low, and you think it's good, that's because you see the potential in your own progress, and people cannot see that. So move on and don't think about what people say if they are saying something nasty, especially. Listen to them if they are good people and they try to help you out. So if they say, hey, I don't like it so much, maybe you can do that and that, give it a try. Swallow your pride and give it a try. But yeah. And if you think it's not needed because of AI, well, you're also right. But if you like it, you gotta do it. That's also true. Ask AI, she will say, yes, of course. That is absolutely right. So, let's render that. I like it. It is so retro. I love it so much. Today I sound like I'm in a good mood. I'm not. I'm actually really, really annoyed about things. but I'm full with energy. That's good. No. Maybe also because I started to. Maybe next time. I'll save it for a podcast. I have a podcast, by the way. I created one because why wouldn't I? When I love talking so much, why wouldn't I? Isn't that lovely? Don't you like it as much as I do? I think for the proper gamers, this is just too clean. I think this guy. So, where is it? Where is my masterpiece? I don't know. I'm looking. This guy. The moon is puking. Let the mule puke. I like it a lot. Yeah, check out Black Raven on my Project Lara channel. And be entertained. You have an indie developer here. You can, show your love by praising me everywhere, forever, if you want, or not. Yeah, so basically, uploaded Black Raven, worked almost 2 years on my Black Raven animation, designed a car, get, I don't know, 10 views, because the other one coming from WhatsApp. Then I do a stupid screen capture with my phone of smileys as YouTube Shorts, and I get 300. And not just do I get 300, people don't even like it, which is fine, because this was a super stupid, lazy video, and I'm okay with that. But it's still getting pushed. Yeah. And then it's not even ending the story, yeah. YouTube says, I checked the video out, and YouTube says, "Hey, good job." I did a screenshot. It is so stupid. It's unbelievable, What do you mean, good job? So you want me to create shit people hate? Good, thank you. Okay, got you. Man, this world. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna create more shit anyways, because I want to create now little projects which I like and fun, and also playing the piano. I'm doing this maybe also today. It's so good. Yeah. YouTube, social media crap, and people also. I see that yesterday we drove home. We took the train. Oh yeah, we took the train back home. And you can see that all the freaking time. It's so like idiots. Everybody has its phone. Everybody has his phone in his hand, and no one is watching out of the window. It's just everybody is like completely sealed with headphones, because everybody is anxious, I think, or whatever. I understand. I do that sometimes too, and I'm an anxious person. I get that. But I try to get a little bit rid of that, enjoying a 4 hours ride without watching anything, with just looking out, picking out the window, which I try to do. But the girl in front of us just decides to just put the blindings down, the window blindings, the window sun protection thing. We have this in the German Shinkansen EC speed bullet train, and without even asking, "Hey, would you mind? I have to work." Nothing, absolutely nothing. Just yeah. And then I said, no. The Lukas back then, 5 years ago, would have been just taking it, whatever. But now I'm 42 years old. My eyes are a little bit sick. I want to see the world. No way that I'm gonna just swallow that, because how is this even a thing? If she would have said, hey, listen, again, I have to work or study, you know, would you mind? Is this okay? You know, very likely I would have said, hey, no problem. I get that, you know. But just not asking, just she decides, you know, people cannot, you know, because, you know. Awesome. Man. No, I pulled it up again. Twice. I had to. The first time it was completely down. The second time she only put it down to the half. But I was so pissed at this time that I didn't even, you know, no, the whole window. Welcome to Asphalt Land. It felt great. A little win here, once in a while. Not doing this all the time. You know, this really depends on the mood. This depends on you know, how you feel. But I think it's really respectless, to be honest. I would never do that. I would always say, hey, I would ask people, you know, would you mind? But I think she was probably maybe also just anxious, you know. But, well, you know, you cannot expect that everybody is just nice, you know. That's just not the thing. But you know, you would think I'm just, you know, thinking I'm right completely. No, I was also, you know, the second time I could have just let it like that. But I was annoyed because, you know, I'm not always in a good mood. So anyway, animation is done. So in general, if you are, you know, in the train or at the airplane and you wanna, you know, darken the window because there's something going on and it bothers you, you know, I believe if you ask people nicely, I think 95% they will say, yeah, it's fine, you know, sure, I understand. I would completely, but you know, just doing it, yeah, because you feel like, you know, you are important, you have to work, so other people, you know, they don't need to look out the window or what. This is just you know, a different level. So in general, but you know, my experience really is when you ask people nicely, they usually help you out, you know. And I also do. I always try to help out. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an asshole all the time. This was the first time, I think, but it felt good. It felt really good. You know, just I don't know. Anyway, so let's see. Where is our animation here? Here we go, and let me prepare here. Let me push this to the side. Bam, 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 bam. People. You know what? I really like you guys. I'm kidding. I cannot, you know, how, but because I don't know you. That's the thing, you know. But I'm happy if you are, you know, sticking around here. That's nice. So let's see, where is my unused animation? It's on the desktop. That's I can look for that forever. But it should be here somewhere on the desktop. Yeah, this one maybe. Let's see. No, let's try this. Wait, let's just get rid of this guy here. Boom. Yeah, delete it. Auf Wiedersehen. Again the wrong one. Maybe this one. This one is the new one. What do you say? Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, thank you so much. Americans. Bye bye.